So, how to choose the right logo style for your business? Let's say you're starting up a new business or a new organization and you're ready to start the process of having your logo created. There are 5 main styles of logo out there, but which one is right for you? Is it a word mark, a letter mark, a brand mark, a combination mark, or a symbol? Who knows? I mean, what if you make the wrong choice? It's going to ruin your business, isn't it? Well, no, it's not really. When it comes to choosing the logo style for your brand, there is no hard and fast rules. You can choose any of the 5 different styles that you want. All that you need to do is to make sure that the logo style suits your brand. So let's go through the 5 different logo styles today, and I will tell you the benefits and the negatives of each of them. And at the end, you can decide along with your designer which one is right for you. So let's go. So the first one that we want to talk about is the word mark. And a word mark is pretty self-explanatory. It's a word. It's your business's name written out in type. There's no guesswork involved. It clearly states the name of your brand. Word marks work best if the name of your brand is also quite short. You don't want it to be too long because then it's far too much to take in. So the shorter your brand name, the more suitable, I would say, a word mark is. Now, a quick tip if you do go down the route of using a word mark for your brand logo. Don't use free fonts. The problem there is that if you use a free font, chances are thousands of other people are using the same one because it's free. No, if you're going to choose to do a word mark, the best thing to do is to look at commercial fonts, fonts which you pay for. There will be less people using those. And you also have a much wider choice and they tend to be much better designed. Or if you want to go really unique, then draw your word mark from scratch. Have it hand drawn. Don't use an existing typeface. Some famous brands that use word marks for their logo: Google, Disney, Coca-Cola, and Facebook. So next up, we've got letter marks. Letter marks are a good choice if you do have a long name for your brand, because what they do is they shorten it down to just your initials. And by shortening your logo down to just the initials, it gives every word or letter equal visual weight in the design. So let's say, for example, your brand name was 3 words and it had 2 short words and 1 long one. Visually, that's quite unbalanced. But by taking just the initials of each of those 3 words and creating your logo from that, you get a visual balance straight away. The IBM logo is a good example of this. International Business Machines, but pretty much everyone around the world knows them as IBM. Letter marks are also good to save on space. If you're taking a long brand name and shortening it down, then stands to reason that your logo will be able to go into much smaller spaces in your branding materials and in other people's marketing. So if you know that your logo is going to be used in small spaces quite regularly, then a letter mark would be a good choice for you. Some letter mark examples would be, as we mentioned, IBM, there's EA, CNN, and NASA. Next up is the brand mark or the symbol. When it comes to expressing an idea without the use of words, a brand mark is a great way to go because it uses a symbol or an icon. This is especially useful for brands which are global because it crosses all language barriers. A word of warning though, because you don't use any words, it makes it much more difficult for people to find out what the name of your brand is, especially if your logo is seen in isolation and not on some of your branding materials. Personally, I would only recommend a brand mark to businesses or companies that already have a very high level of brand recognition. If your brand is new to the world stage, then you're probably best to avoid the brand mark. Some brand mark examples would be Apple, Shell, Nike. Now we're on to the combination mark. This uses both symbols and text, hence the name, combination. This style of logo is often the most popular because it uses both a brand mark and a word mark together. This makes it much easier for people to see the name of the brand and have an icon that they can visually associate with it. It's important to get the balance right between the text and the symbol in a combination mark. As such, it can often take longer to produce one of these designs as there's more to take into consideration for the visual balance. Some combination mark examples would be Adidas, Red Bull, Jaguar, and Dropbox. Now we're on to the last of the 5 styles of logos, and that's an emblem. Emblems are similar to combination marks in that they both use text and symbols. The difference here is that the text is contained inside of the symbol, and it creates sort of a badge or a shield look to the logo. The benefits of having an emblem type logo is that they're quite compact, so they will fit into smaller spaces. The downside to this though is that because your text is contained inside the symbol, if you have a lot of text there, when your logo gets to small sizes, the text may become illegible. So in that instance, you may become quite restricted to how small your logo can go. So if you do decide to go for an emblem type logo, pay close attention to how much text or detail you put into the design, or you may run into legibility issues when your logo is quite small. Emblem logo examples would be Starbucks, Harley Davidson, NFL, and Burger King. So as you can see, there are positives and negatives to each of the 5 different logo styles. There's no right or wrong choice in which one you use, but you should discuss it closely with your logo designer to make sure that the one you do choose is the best fit for your brand. If you don't currently have a logo designer and you're looking to create a new logo or refresh an existing one, then I'm here to help. You can jump on over to my website, book one of my brand power hour calls, and we'll get started in discussions about how we can improve your brand identity and choose the right logo style for you. Thanks for watching the video. I really hope you've liked it. If you found it useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends on your social media platforms, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell icon, and that will make sure that you get notified whenever I put up any new videos. So until I see you next time, stay creative, folks.